Look at myself.
Okay, it's only been 2 weeks. Feels like forever.
It's our 2-week confession.
2 pearls in a pod.
I'm Cheryl.
And I'm Becky.
And we are at the Crafty Needle in Elmore, Ohio. This is our home store. This is where we met probably 5.5 years ago, I think. Almost 6 years ago.
So we missed doing this for 2 weeks. It's exciting to be back again
and bring you to our home store.
Yes. Maybe we can get Joanne.
Yeah,
to
Joanne
come over
is here
and meet
today,
you.
but I don't. She might be camera shy. She might be a little bit shy today. She said she is.
So we have all this yarn behind us, and we'll show you some things from the store today. So, how was your 2 weeks? Were you productive the last 2 weeks?
I was mostly productive. Probably not as productive as you because you and your competitive nature.
I spent some time learning to edit, and I did go to the movies last night.
What? Did you knit there?
No, I thought about it, but there was too many grandkids and slushies.
Oh.
So.
What movie did you see?
Oh, the Dragon movie.
How to Train Your Dragon?
How to Train Your Dragon.
How to Train Your Dragon
really
2?
Well, I think this is 3.
Oh.
This is the 3rd one.
I don't have little kids.
The final in the trilogy, but the disturbing part was they gave me a senior citizens discount, and I'm not even old enough yet. So I was like, okay, since you gave it to me.
Have you ARPed lately?
Well, I think I can do that.
I think so. I
think you have to be 61 to get, or 60
awesome.
or something to get senior citizen, and I'm not quite there yet.
Oh, wow.
We won't talk about.
That's just some money you can spend at Rhinebeck. They got to look at that at Rhinebeck.
Yeah, I was expecting it to be a little more. And then there was a baby in the row behind us, and my grandson said, "Who brings a baby to a movie?"
No, my baby is 26, so he was not interested in seeing How to Train Your Dragon.
It was pretty cute. So we are a yarn and knitting podcast. I guess knitting podcast, not a yarn podcast.
We are, what are we?
Just
yarn
love,
adventures, like
yes.
going to yarn stores. I love to travel to some yarn stores.
There.
So we are a knitting podcast, maybe a crafty podcast, and what else are we? Is this the confessional today?
Yeah.
I'm seeing some stuff over there that maybe you didn't tell me about. I'm like, woohoo!
I have a few.
So
accusations, which I like to call accusations.
Let's see. What did I? So yesterday I spent some time getting together some business cards for our podcast to pass out when we go to some yarn stores.
And researching our pins.
Yeah, and researching enamel pins.
Yes.
So this is taking on a whole life of its own now.
And I spent most of the day learning how to edit, so we'll see.
Which we really need.
Yeah.
We need the editing thing.
Yes.
In the opening, you guys get to see some of our clips from our life, and you'll see George Pratt. He's belly up on the chair.
And Gertie Sue.
And one of yours was on there too, right? Was one of yours?
Yes, Figaro.
Okay. So no fat shaming. I know that my cat is robust. He's big boned. We're just no fat shaming for George Pratt.
Well, since we're talking about cats right now, I want to show you some things I found on Ravelry. Maybe some cat sweaters, a free pattern, and it even tells you how to measure for your cat, and you can use any kind of yarn.
I don't know that George Pratt will be one with that.
So that might be kind of fun to do a cat sweater. And then the other thing I came across, which I love, Casapinka, and we'll show you some of her stuff later on, but she did leg warmers. Cat leg warmers.
Do they need leg warmers?
Well, I don't know, but I loved her little caption. Yes, I've now published cat leg warmers. I'd rather not hear any more about them. Especially, this is your best design ever. I've been pressured by my teenage daughter to do this for an entire year. Doing so was her reward for good grades, since we aren't nice parents who who reward good grades with cold hard cash. So,
All right, so I don't know that George Pratt will want leg warmers, but
it
I
would
don't
keep
know.
him busy.
Maybe Gertie Sue would like some leg warmers. I don't know.
Anytime I've tried to put anything on my cat, they immediately go whoom and don't move. So
I don't know. George, he might bite me. He's kind of got a salty disposition a little bit.
So let's see. Well, one of the things I researched a little bit is because I want to do a sweater, and I saw that a few people have put on there about maybe not dumping a large
The
amount of
mother
money.
load.
Yeah.
Because we all know how frugal you are.
Yeah,
Luckily,
that's right.
Joanne's up there probably laughing. She knows that
But-
you're not frugal.
But I think I'm going to look for something a little until I feel confident I can make a sweater that actually fits me. I think I'm going to, and one of the suggestions was knit picks, and then of course your local yarn store could lead you to a
less expensive yarn.
I feel stuffy if I sound nasally today. Although you haven't seen that much of me to know if that's my regular voice or not. So I did have some special delivery.
You want to get it over with?
I can get it over with.
You better get it over with.
So I don't even remember ordering this, but I must have. Well, it came
It's
in
like
my
drunk
mailbox.
ordering. Were you drinking?
Yes. No, I don't really drink. So this is from Knitterly Thing. And,
Oh, I love it.
and then it's sock yarn, self-striping, and do you want to smell it?
I don't know. Let me.
I don't know if it smells, but it came
Smells
in
like yarn. I don't.
smells like Teen
Oh.
Spirit.
No, it didn't smell like that.
And it came in this bag, which I thought was kind
That's
of a nice
really
touch.
cute.
So
Was that? Where did you find this at? You don't even know. Okay. I'm not surprised.
surfing on the web.
Right.
And then I also have another.
Oh, I didn't see this.
I don't need that yet. Bumpy Craft bag,
Oh, that is so cute.
and
I
it
love the
is a
fabric.
pudding bag. And then I got this yarn here at Crafty Needle. I was looking for the I stuck the label inside here. One of them.
She bought that Thursday night is knit night at Crafty Needle. It's from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. every Thursday. And I think that a lot of people knit here all day on Thursday. And also
We're jealous.
yeah, I'm jealous because of that. I had to go to that job to support this habit. I think that, or I know that we can drop in at any time and knit and hang out, and people are in and out, and it's just a great community to be in.
Very friendly, always willing to help. It's a great place in the little town of Elmore, Ohio. So this is Mountain Colors Twizzlefoot, and it's 53% superwash merino wool, 17% domestic wool, 17% silk, and 13% nylon. And I had a project in mind, but whoops, is that upside down? Yes, it is. But it's beautiful, and it's not going to work for what I planned, so I need to search for something else to.
Go on into Ravelry and
I'm going
find
to do
something
that.
else.
So then my other thing I got, which is Jody from Grocery Girl's
Oh,
Fault.
Jody made you
She
do
has,
it.
yep, that should be a segment. Jody made
Jody
me do
made
it.
you do it.
So she had these beautiful shorty socks that she made on her last podcast, and I got on there and looked, and it's lollipop
Oh, those are
yarn, and it is St. Patrick's Day colors. And it also came in a cute little bag, and it was already a ball.
It looks like that zubber ball. That's really cool.
So I do want to do shorty socks out of it. So hopefully those will be done by St. Patty's Day
In 2025.
2025. Yeah. You can count on it. well, I don't know, maybe. Although since I'm a senior citizen now,
Yeah.
Cheryl's gonna inherit all my yarn.
So I'm encouraging her to buy very nice yarn.
Yeah, yes. Okay, so that's all I have that.
I don't have acquisitions today.
Why don't we show the, well, let's see, we got finished objects is next on our list, but.
I can talk a little bit about
Okay,
finished
you do
objects.
that. I
Well,
feel
I'm
like
wearing
talking
one.
Too much.
I'm wearing one finished object. So this is a scarf that is knit in a big triangle, and this let me think. This is Arroyo by Malabrigo, and it's two colors. I use Anniversario and Fuchsia was the other color, and then the green was a whole different color that I ended up. That was an afterthought. We bought kits for this last year at the Fiber Festival. I got hair going on here. At the Fiber Festival in Ohio, the big Great Lakes Fiber Festival. It was Memorial Day weekend down in where was that? Where were we? In Worcester. Yeah. So we went to
I remembered something.
the Fiber Festival, and this is the pattern, Ash Kearns, and I'm pretty sure this is on Ravelry.
And you can get the yarn here at Crafty Needle. So.
Yep. So we have the Arroyo is here. This was so nice to work on. It was a simple project that I could travel with. It didn't require a whole lot of thought, and it just was basically, it started casting on a few and then bloomed out.
And it's so cute.
Every other one. So my other one is gray and purple, but when I did the this section right here, I just did it in one of the colors that I knitted, and so it didn't stick out as much as this one. So this one, I love all the bright colors, so I decided to go ahead and do
Perfect
something
with
different.
your sweater.
So bright pink is one of my favorite colors, so a lot of times I'll have that. Then to go with it, I made the Perky Little Hat, which is a free pattern on Ravelry. And this is Malabrigo, the Rasta. So there's my hat. And it was this fuchsia. Like I said, Perky Little Hat. I made one of these and showed it a couple weeks ago for my niece and just mailed that off for her birthday. So then this is my Perky Little Hat, so I can have my matching set here.
You look cute. You could keep it on.
I'm gonna keep my
Unless
hat
you're too
on.
warm.
I'll be having
Well-
a mother load of a hot flash next.
You have more finished, or should I do
Go
one
ahead
of mine?
next. And then
Okay.
I'll-
Well, I promised myself I was going to show something from the archives every time and then actually finish it. And I did. I finished my scoreboard cowl. And it's the Michelle Hunter knit along from, I don't know, the 1960s.
2016.
No.
2016, I think.
So I was dreading the Kitchener, and I did it, but I ended up with a twist. But that's okay. We'll just twist it up anyway and wear it. And oops, I thought I had it twisted. There we go. But anyway, it's done, and it is made with the Simplicity Haiku, which is also available here. And then one of my other finished projects is the Jason's. It's called Jason's Cashmere Hat, and it's made with the Malabrigo in the Paris Night color.
That's really cute.
It was really fun, and I love cables. I haven't done tons of cables, but every time I do, I'm like, I love cables. So
I love making
we have
hats.
some cat hair on it. But anyway, this is my husband's hat, and he loves it, obviously, because he wore it today. No. And my stole, I guess it's
Yeah,
called.
stole.
Yeah. This I made to wear to my daughter's wedding, and it is the plank stole in a knits all done colorway, Siesta Key, and my daughter got married at the beach, so it was the perfect color. And the yarn base is Zen Yarn Garden in the glitter sock. So
Was it that was all Keith Leonard's
Yes.
yarn?
Yep.
Yes.
It's all done.
So we had a retreat from Crafty Needle. I think it was 3 years ago, and Keith Leonard from Knits All Done was the instructor for our weekend, and he also dyes yarn, and he was selling his yarn, and it's beautiful.
Yes. It's
Very beautiful.
sparkly. I don't know if you can see the sparkle in it or not, but it has a nice sparkle to it.
And you knit this kind of under the gun, right?
I did. I set a goal and
I said
actually
I
made
was
it.
a doubter. I did not believe. I was not a very good friend. I
I-
said that there's no way on
Yeah.
earth that that's going to get done.
Which encouraged me to get it
And she
done.
did.
But if I'm set a goal to get so much done a day or a week or whatever, I seem to be able to finish stuff. So
Right.
there's a lot of stuff I don't finish, but if I set something. So I'm drinking donut shop coffee. Everyone always has like these fancy teas, which I want to do, but this is my Keurig coffee, so, and it's delicious.
Ice water. Ice water.
I'd love to be the exotic tea person, but I don't even know where to start.
I don't like hot drinks.
No, I do.
I just,
Okay.
I just want my men hot. That's all.
Samantha.
Just my men hot. So I can show a hat maybe next.
Sure you can.
How about? Well, let's take this pink hat off. So this is.
I don't want to mess up my hair, so I didn't put
remember.
gems on.
This was the bulky motorcyclist. This is, and I write on the little tag now
Oh, good idea.
when I finished it, and this was hat for self. So I can wear this when we can finally
That's a
get
great idea.
when we can finally get the motorcycle out. So this is the bulky motorcyclist hat.
Cables.
There's my cables.
Yeah, it's
This
cute.
took me literally I like 4 or 5 hours. It did not take me any time at all. I did it over a Saturday and a Sunday, and it was done. Lorna's Laces is the yarn I used for it.
I just look bad in every hat. I'm in search of the hat that would.
Maybe it's just because I don't care.
Maybe I
I
don't
think
know.
I just don't care
I think
anymore.
because my hair all disappears and
Maybe when my hair was shorter,
it'll
I
mess up my hair really bad. But see, look, I'd have to
put this back on.
see.
It doesn't look
No,
bad.
it makes my face look like a big basketball.
It doesn't look bad.
Ooh, my hair, not too bad. Out
Maybe you
of the
should
hat.
try one of these. You want to try this on?
I don't know. Maybe after the podcast.
You don't want to display that for all to see.
Yeah.
Okay. What else?
All right.
You have
let's
anything else
see.
in your
I think
finished-
that's all I had in my. Yep,
finished
that's all I had
objects?
in my finished.
I have one more finished object.
Oh, you do. You have two, really. Well, I guess it's not all the way finished. Your
What is?
cross stitch.
Oh yeah, my cross stitch, which was why I didn't get a lot of other stuff done then.
Yeah.
So this was I probably worked on this for a year,
3 years.
a year and a half or 2 years.
Yeah.
I bought the yarn when we were on vacation, and it's just one skein of sock yarn. I don't even remember which kind it is, and it's just a long tube.
And it also
For
goes
a
with
scarf.
your sweater and your hat.
And I wore it last weekend. I got a lot of compliments on it though. I just knitted it in a tube. It was a mindless knitting. I can actually knit this on the motorcycle.
We like
So-
pink and orange. Can you tell?
Pink and orange are both of us love those colors. So that was the scarf. It kind of looks like a big sock. I just tie it around my neck because in Ohio winters could be unpredictable and very cold. Unpredictable but predictably cold.
Yes.
And my last finished object is not a knitted piece. It is a cross-stitch piece, and it's on perforated paper. These are Mill Hill bead kits.
Yeah, focus is pretty good.
Yeah, I make these for Christmas gifts for people in my family, for my aunts. Hopefully they're not watching or they're going to know what they're getting, but it's all right. They'll still act surprised.
If they are, like and subscribe.
Right, like and subscribe. These are the kits that I get for these. Is it showing it pretty good?
Yeah. Jim said I kept holding stuff in front of your face on the last podcast, so yeah, hold it.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. So I get these kits. I buy them online at 1-2-3 Stitch, or sometimes there's different stores around that sell these. Mostly cross stitch stores, which have kind of went by the wayside. So a finished project and an unfinished project. Everything's in there for it. I kind of thought maybe I would make this one and I might stitch it together back to back. Thought that would kind of be a cool ornament.
That would be.
But we'll wait and see, because then I'd have to stitch 2 more for my other aunt. So I'm not sure about that. See how, because that stitching time cuts into my knitting time.
Yeah, well.
So what are you working
Need to
on?
quit your job.
No can do.
I'm still kind of working on the same things I had last time, but I did make some progress. I put a stitch marker or a progress keeper in. So I did a little bit. I did from here to here.
Wow, that's a lot.
So, and I have our little 2 pearls in a pod thing on here, a little stitch marker.
And mine's on my
so
necklace.
this has just been like, I carry it in the car with me, and I should have taken it to the movies last night because it is in my movie bag.
That just showed
But
up.
like
The
I
mailman
said,
just brought that, right?
Popcorn, blue slushies, and grandkids. I didn't really want to take any knitting with me.
How many grandkids did you take with you?
Well, Greg and Rachel went with their 3 kids, and then I took Cooper.
Okay.
The other 2 were busy and didn't want to go. The other 2 little ones, anyway. So these are the socks that I was working on, that I was trying to decide what kind of heel, and I have decided to try the Afterthought heel, and I found a video where you actually put in a piece of waste yarn where you're going to do your Afterthought heel. But the problem is, I think they're going to be too big, but that's okay. I'm going to finish them anyway.
You're like Goldilocks.
Yes.
This one's too
someday
big.
I'll find the right size
This
to
one's
fit me.
too small.
But I was knitting in my chair, late at night like I do, and I fell asleep knitting, and so these are the flips needles, I think.
Yeah, flex flips.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I thought, well, I must have dropped the needle as I was snoozing or whatever. But I cannot find it anywhere. I think my cat Darla stole the needle. That's the only thing I can figure out. So I'm waiting to hear it getting.
So is she
smacked
stealing them
around.
because she's going to start knitting? Is that her plan, or does she have a plan for it?
I
or?
think maybe because she's also has stole yarn in the past. So,
She's like a kitty kleptomaniac.
so I'd like to say this would have been done had my needle
exactly.
not been stolen.
Those colors
So,
are amazing.
Yeah, I'm anxious to try the Afterthought heel, so we'll see. And I watched a video that really made a lot of sense, and then I found this by Laura Linneman, Afterthought heel socks, and it's free on Ravelry. So
I might need to look into that.
and then what else? Let's show these together
Oh,
because I'm further than you.
I know.
So the Casapinka are Goldfish Memories. We're still working on it with the Sweet Georgia, and I love the names of my colors are grapefruit
Oh,
and pumpkin.
I didn't bring my tags with
So,
me. They're at home in yarn mess right now.
so at our last podcast, I had pretty much just started it and I just did from here to here, and now in 2 weeks, I did from the Progress Keeper all the way. I can't wait to see it finished.
I love the colors.
And you'll see this in our intro. I took a photograph of that for our intro. So
I think that this color really makes the whole thing.
yeah,
That's really, really pretty.
and again, orange and pink.
Mine is not as far as my good friend here pointed out, as a good best friend would.
And there's more girls in our knitting group working on this, so we're hoping to either take a photograph or
Yeah.
try and get them on the podcast. So
And somebody else, Joy just bought it, so she's the fastest.
yeah,
knitter
she'll have
ever.
hers done next week.
She'll have hers done quickly.
So, since we're at Crafty Needle, Elmore, Ohio, this is the sample, and they have kits here.
And Dawn, from our needle night, she knit this. the Casapinka. Yeah, it's a easy chart to follow. I was a little bit intimidated. I haven't knitted a lot of shawls and things that require this much attention span. Normally I
It looks so nice blacked.
knit the quick things. And then these are the kits that they sell here at Crafty Needle. These are 2 of them.
And the pattern is, they do buy the pattern for you from Ravelry along with the kit.
So the price
So-
it was included.
And there's a good variety of colors, or if there's a color that you really want, then I'm sure they would accommodate you there too. So,
Yeah, I think there was a couple other kits up there.
so then that moves us on to, well, I have since on the needles. Do you have anything else on the needles?
Probably embarrassingly, no, nothing to speak of.
Okay.
I have fingerless mitts going, but
So I'm trying the archive thing again. Did you bring something from your archives that you haven't worked on?
no,
for a
that's your
while?
plan, not my plan.
Okay.
I don't
So-
have the archive plan that you have.
This is
I'm
just
interested.
I don't know, yarn that I
Patents.
acquired at some point in my life, in my knitting career. And
Memory
I'm
lapses on where it
doing
actually
a-
came from.
I'm doing shorty socks.
Oh.
And I have the heel done on this, which I think they're going to be too big.
Did you do
but-
those this week?
No, this is from
Oh.
my archives.
So
I
the
don't
heel
know.
is an old heel.
Yeah, yes.
Cute.
But it actually looks pretty. So
the heels
it's,
just intimidate
I'm
me. I need
using
to get
this-
over it and just do it.
go to the shorty socks.
Here,
Do I have it on
yeah,
there?
up there.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Go to
So-
shorty socks.
And I'm not sure if I paid for this pattern or not. I'm not really
or
sure.
if you stole it,
Because
like
it's from the archives. Yeah, or, yeah.
you and your cat
No,
have the
I'm
kleptomania
not sure if
going
it
on.
was. It's on Ravelry. So anyway, my hope
Figure
is,
it out yourself, people. Is
Yeah.
that what you're saying?
Yes. My hope is to have these done by the next podcast.
Yeah, those are cute.
And, well, I'm going to try.
Are those for you?
Well, they were supposed to be, but maybe they'll be gems because they're kind of manly colors. Maybe if they're too big on me, he'll wear them. I don't know.
You could wear them on his hunting trip.
He could.
Um,
Yeah, his hunting trip in South Dakota is supposed to be like 6 degrees. So,
bummer.
yay, huh?
Hey, in 2
Sounds like
weeks,
fun.
2 weeks, I'll be in Puerto Rico.
Woohoo.
I will be getting ready to sail away on a cruise.
And if you're on that cruise line, you'll see her sitting by the pool knitting.
Right. You can come to me and I will give you a business card. We won't have the enamel pins yet, but I'll have business cards to pass out. So last night I was kind of looking around and starting to panic about packing my knitting for the trip because we're going to be gone 10 days. And that's a long time to be away from yarn. And so I don't know what I'm going to want to knit. And I wound some things that I know I want to knit. And I'm a little bit panicked to be away from my yarn room that long. I did
What's in
not.
there?
So this is this yarn.
Oh, okay.
This
Yeah, I
is
wanted to see that pattern. What pattern are you going to do in that?
this cantata, and it's didn't wear my glasses today. I'm not really sure what I was thinking. 70% cotton and 30% superwash merino. The pattern, apparently I don't have it together here. Let me see. It's like a cowl, and then I didn't print the whole thing because I kind of got chewed out about all the ink I use for the printer.
That's
This
silly.
is the, is it showing it there good enough?
Kinda. Here, I'll hold it and you talk about
So
it.
that is it's like a cowl that could spread out across your shoulders, like a shawlette type of thing, or I don't know how you call that. It's by Espace Tricot. It was a free pattern.
Is that the front of it?
Yeah, I didn't print off the big page because
Oh, okay.
I
So you can pull it down over your shoulders, or you can wear it as a cowl.
right.
Yeah, that looks pretty.
I'm a little bit fearful that I don't have enough yarn for it, but it did say in the pattern that you could knit it.
You know,
as far up as you wanted.
Okay, so it starts at the bottom, and then so you could shorten that.
And I got the yarn in Columbus, so I thought even about calling them and seeing if they would set one aside in this dye lot for me. I don't even remember the store I bought it at. That's awful, but I know where it was located on Henderson in Columbus. So I think it'll work up good. I had it on my neck because I don't want too much straight wool on my neck or I get the itchies.
So I'll show.
Then I was panicking about needles, taking them on the airline.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't want any needle confiscated, but things that come in sets. So I had the zings, and then I was online reading things. I didn't have problems before, but some people talk about having problems. We flew last year in January, and I didn't have any problems. I think they were just like, "Move on, old lady. We know you're not causing us any problems." So they didn't care. I mean,
did they give you the senior discount?
I didn't get the senior discount, not yet.
You're way younger than me.
Couple more years before that.
So I'm also a maker, and I make bags, and I sell them here at the Crafty Needle in Elmore, Ohio. So this is one of my bags, some pockets inside, and a drawstring. Don't quite have the online thing going yet, but
we're working on that.
We'll let you know when we do. Here's another one.
That's pretty.
I like this one. I like blueberries. And then it has the tape measure handles.
Yeah, I like the tape measures too. That's cute.
And then these are just a flat bag. Some of them, they're all different. I like to call them my happy place bags because they're all beach theme. And it's a drawstring and it's a flat bottom. So
cute. So, being the best friend, I often get gifted bags, so it's kind of sweet. Aww. This is my go-to bag, and I make the fingerless mitts.
It's a go bag.
It's my go bag. This is my fingerless mitts go bag, and it's my favorite one. It has a little zipper pouch in here that stores everything I need to make the fingerless mitts, and so my little and I even have little scissors in here. I flew with these scissors. Somebody on a podcast last night that I had on said that these will get confiscated, but I've flown with these before and they've never even
here, do you want these for your go bag?
Oh yeah.
Every time she comes over, she
what am I gonna eat when I go over there now? I love
and
those.
I was tired of the Christmas cherry Hershey Kisses sitting there, so
yeah,
I gifted them.
Some damage to those.
I brought her that gift, and she brought me a gift. What did I do with it?
This one?
Yes. Deal of the day. She brought me some. That was my stomach.
Maybe you
Could
should.
You hear
I
that
could hear
stomach?
Her stomach? Maybe you need to eat those chocolates. So
she brought me a little pouch to put some things in, because she's the awesome BFF.
And normally when we buy stuff, I always try to
in multiples.
buy stuff in multiples. Mm-hmm.
So this is what she uses for her patterns, and it keeps them from getting bent up. So she brought me one. Mine's got a prettier color on it than hers.
My son Anthony picked that one out.
Oh, he did good.
He did good, didn't he? So this is these were just from Staples. And it fits good in all the bags that I carry, and then it keeps them so
you
that
know what? I think we did this whole thing without it recording. Did we? No, we didn't. I couldn't see the number up there because it's in the curtain, and I'm like, oh crap, we didn't even push record, but we did.
We're new at this. Uh-huh. Did we mention that this is podcast number 2?
Yes.
So we're pretty new at all this stuff.
I had a little bit of a heart attack.
I know. I'm like, oh my goodness, because I have to go to my niece Cassidy's birthday party today up at Uncork Your Artist up in Toledo. I'm not gonna uncork anything. I'm not gonna uncork my artist. I vowed I'm never doing that again because 5-year-olds paint better than me. I'm disinterested in it.
There shouldn't be much uncorking for a kid's party, but
she's 13 now. We break them in early.
Yeah.
They're Catholic.
Yeah. It's how you keep warm in Ohio.
Keep warm in Ohio. Have some beverages. So I had one thing I was going to talk about was I'm always searching for new podcasts, and I found Forest City Knit Girls. They just started a podcast over to the east of Detroit in Canada, and my friend here needs to get her passport.
Yes.
Because as of right now, only one of the two pearls in a pod can cross that bridge to go over there. But I would love to reach out to them and
somebody told me I could just take
them.
my birth certificate. Is that true? To Canada.
You're gonna get left in Canada. Be like, Jim, sorry, Becky's in Canada. I have her vehicle and she's just over there. I think she has 2 knitting projects, so she'll be all right. I don't know. I don't think so, but I might try to find a good authority on that before, or just get your passport.
Yeah, I know. I know.
But so the Forest City Knit Girls are doing the same. They're doing the knit along with the same thing we're doing from Casapinka.
Goldfish Memory.
Yeah, Goldfish Memory. So I watched theirs last weekend and I loved it. I subscribed to theirs, so maybe give them a shout out or reach out.
Well, they're going to try and do a section a week, and there's actually 12 sections, which I think I'm on 6.
Yeah, I just started 6,
and it does look like the rest of them aren't quite as wide, but then there's a couple lace ones.
Yeah,
that might take a little bit longer than some of the others.
I'm hoping. Yeah, I want to get the lace section done before I go on vacation, because then I think the rest of it's kind of mindless type of knitting that I could do anywhere.
So color work seems to be really big right now. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, the gnome sweater. Did you see that gnome sweater?
That was so cute.
Oh, I want to make that gnome sweater. Yeah, that was cute.
So I had one of the things that I would like to knit is the Odyssey, which it's not color work, but
it's like a fade.
It's a free pattern as a thank you, which I thought was really sweet. I love her podcast too. She's like soothing and sweet and amazing woman. So I would really like to do this.
Yeah, I would like to add that too.
But again, it's free on Ravelry. So
maybe that could be next year's solder retreat.
That's a good idea. Can we wait that long? I don't know.
Well, there's enough going. I want to do that Isabel one that has the short rows in it.
Right.
That I'll probably be cussing at.
So there goes my stomach growling again. So I had I watched a podcast, Christy Glass, which I really like her interviews, and she interviewed Casapinka. Yeah, and it was really interesting, to hear her background. You really should tune in and watch that. It was neat.
And Casapinka is the one who designed Goldfish Memory.
Yes.
So she's a designer from that. I looked at some of her other patterns too. She had really nice patterns.
Seems down to earth and
she's a doctor.
Yeah. Well.
Holy.
Yes.
Crap.
She's got an interesting backstory.
Yeah.
That Christy has her talk about. Yep.
Right.
And then the other thing I wanted to share is if you haven't seen Jonah Larson, I think he's 11 maybe now, and he has, if you, on YouTube, my stomach is going to town, Jonah's Hands on YouTube, and he is a crocheter, and he started when he was 5. He was inquired about this crochet hook, but it's a really neat story. Even his whole history is really neat. So if you get a chance, you should definitely look him up. Jonah Larson, Jonah's Hands. So I thought he was pretty interesting.
So what else do you have
going
on?
I was wondering, there's just some yarn sitting here that's pretty at the Crafty Needle. Some Maxima. Yeah. I thought this was really pretty colors, and there's several. There's so much beautiful yarn here. My stomach's gonna bite somebody. So, and then Christy, that works here, she also dyes her own yarn, and she has a
Let me go.
selection.
I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
go
step
grab
out.
a couple. So I'll try to entertain. Da, 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 da. No, I can't even. Okay. And then here is some Juniper Moon. Oh, this is soft. What is this made of?
really cute. So
Alpaca and polyamide. Feel how soft that is. Wow.
that is really
And it has, what do they call that?
halo.
Halo. Very pretty.
This is one of Christy's. Her business is called Creatively Altered, and she works here. She's our resident crocheter, and she teaches crochet classes. But this is one of her. I think this
Hand
is really
dyes.
pretty.
Yeah, that is really pretty.
And then here's another one. This is superwash and nylon. This is the fingering weight.
So if you ever get a chance to visit here, there is a lot of cute stores in town. There's some antique shops and a little boutique next door.
So Cedar Point is probably maybe 25 or 30 miles from here. This is in Ottawa County, which Cedar Point is one county to the east of here in Erie County. What else do we have? Oh, Put-in-Bay. If you went up to Put-in-Bay, like go to the islands. Kelly's Island over there, or Marblehead, to the big lighthouses out there.
And Elmore is home of KP Originals.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
Those
a nice little town.
Little dresses. There's going to be a coffee shop opening next door. Is that what that coffee shop? And then there's a lot of little gift stores.
Yes.
And in antique stores. Definitely a small town atmosphere. There. Oh, Chanel Gardens is here.
Yes.
Yeah, I've been there a few times. It's really pretty. I think at the first weekend in May they do a Elmore Days or something, and you can get in free. And I think Crafty Needle, like, go to their Facebook page and like them. They post a lot of the stuff that goes on here in Elmore, and all their happenings. I know there's some classes posted up on their website.
Mm-hmm.
So check that out too.
Next weekend, is that class next weekend for the socks? Or
It's Saturday the 2nd.
Yeah, next
Saturday the 2nd is,
March 2nd.
That's Joanne.
Yes.
She's a little shy though.
and they're offering a baby sock class, which gives you all the parts of a sock. So if you can do that little baby sock, which anybody can, I say that, but maybe not the right size, because I seem to have trouble getting the right size for my giant foot. So it's funny, I have a giant foot, but yet I make my socks too big. Oh well, I do have a few pairs I wear. So
I don't have any pairs. I have several with one pair that's finished.
well, my favorite pair of socks is they're like white with pretty speckles, and my granddaughter loves anything knitted, so she took one so she could carry it around and hold it on her face.
Hopefully it was clean.
It was
it
clean.
clean?
It was clean. She got in my drawer, and I have not seen it since. I don't know what happened to it. I'm hoping it didn't go in the garbage, but I may never know. So I need one of those. I have a sign, little hanger in my laundry room that says
This is for all the
sock.
hoes.
Well, it's yeah. No, it says something about singles looking for a maid or
yeah.
something. So maybe I'll just have to hang it on there.
Nah, this is my hose. It doesn't say that on it.
No. Could, or maybe I could paint it and say that. Why is my phone ringing?
I'm like, who is calling during the podcast?
Really?
Be like, we're podcasting.
Yeah. Here, let's do it. We're podcasting, Hillary. You want to say hi on the podcast?
No.
No, you have to. You're already
just
up.
did,
You're
so
up.
say hello.
Say hello.
Hi.
This is Hillary. That's Becky's baby.
Can I call you
Hi.
back?
Yeah.
All right. Love you.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. So, I don't know. Do you have anything else? I think we're pretty
anything else. I
good.
have to go to that birthday party this afternoon. We're supposed to have like 600-mile-an-hour winds or something like that tomorrow night or tonight into tomorrow.
Oh.
So
Will you knit at the party?
no,
No.
I don't think I'll be there that long. It's from 1 to 3, and
I need to make you a fanny pack knitting bag.
it's from 1 to 3 today, and they're having pizza from Papa John's and Costco cake. So the Costco cake is the
Costco cake's the best.
chocolate Costco cake. Cassidy is 13. She's 13 yesterday.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Cassidy.
birthday, Cassidy. She's the governor of the family. She always runs for student council and all that stuff, so I call her the governor. She's a good girl.
All right. Well, hopefully we'll see you in a few weeks.
See you in 2 weeks.
And we
No-
both have some little adventures we're going on, so maybe some video clips from there.
Might have an adventure next weekend that just kind of came up today, so but we won't talk about that yet.
Yeah.
A
We
little
wish we were
Michigan
at
adventure.
Stitches West. But
Oh yeah, yeah. I've been seeing all that posts, and Brenda from Cast On Yarn Studio had a picture up with Tracy from Grocery Girls. I'm so jealous, Brenda. I'm jealous.
Yes.
Like unbelievable. You lucky
So-
girl.
So that's kind of our dream, to meet some people, some famous,
well, I want
podcasters.
in April. I want to go to YarnCon. I just haven't.
She hasn't conned me into that
I
one yet.
haven't like got that all worked out. Chicago's 4 hours away. Like, do we take the train? And I was looking at the train schedule, and it's not conducive to just going for one day.
Oh, darn.
Well,
So that's a problem.
yeah, so we'll have to see. It's my hubby and my oldest son's birthday that weekend, so I don't know. Happy birthday! I bought you some yarn, honey. How about that one?
It works.
Maybe. Okay.
So before we go, tell him what your husband says when he's ready to leave a yarn festival.
Well,
a fiber festival.
A couple years ago, we were at the Fiber Festival in Worcester, the Great Lakes Fiber Festival, and
I couldn't go.
She couldn't go. She always had some excuse, like
It's strep throat.
whatever. So she
Gift from the grandkids.
ditched me, and I was sad, and so my husband said, "Oh, I'll go with you," and it's about 2 hours, a little less than 2 hours from where we live. So we went, and he's looking around, and there was farm animals, and he loves animals and all that stuff. So he's like, the alpacas were there, and he was petting them, and then the one was making this noise, and he asked the guy, he's like, "Why is it making that noise?" And the guy's like, "'Cause she wants to go home." So it was like, and so he makes that noise whenever he wants to go home now.
You
So
might
that's
hear it
his thing.
today.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna hear it today, right? Well, today's party isn't too long. We'll see.
Yeah.
I don't know what other.
It'll be fun.
We need to get some groceries before the big windstorm again comes in. So before the work week starts, and then tomorrow I'm hoping to pack the clothes that I need to take on vacation, so I can obsess for almost 2 weeks about what yarn I'm gonna take.
What's it take? Throw a couple bikinis in there.
Oh.
Good to go.
No. And a major cover up, 2 bikinis and a lot of fabric to cover all that up. Well, dress clothes, I don't know what they have with those
LuLaRoe.
cruises. Yeah, maybe some leggings.
Yeah.
I don't know. I do know that there's a yarn store in San Juan. I think it's called like Maderas or something like that. So I'm gonna check
You have
out.
to take some pictures
Yeah,
or
I'm
some
gonna
video.
check out Maderas when I'm in San Juan, Puerto Rico. It looked like, I think they probably have a lot of cottons and stuff like that because of the weather.
Maybe they have some, like donkey. Or,
Just
I don't
donkey
know.
hair,
Yeah.
some spun.
Well, one of the girls here, her sister brought her some yarn back and it had possum in it. I don't know.
Wasn't somebody talking about spinning their cat hair or something like that? Wasn't that a while
there's
ago?
someone in the area that has a yarn place that they told us they spin their dog hair. So I don't know. I wouldn't want to get caught in a rainstorm and
Ugh, it smell like a
Wet
smell like
dog.
a wet dog. That'd be awesome. Great.
all right.
All
Well,
right. We'll see you in a couple weeks.
have fun knitting, and
Happy
we'll
happy
see
yarn
you soon.
adventures.
Thanks for tuning in.